Buying stocks is an investment that represents part ownership in a corporation, entitling the stockholder to part of that company's earnings and assets. Distinguishing between a trade and an investment before buying and selling a stock is important. So welcome to Diamond Finance Club. A trade of stock is a short-term, lasting anywhere from a couple of hours to a few days. In contrast, stocks held longer are considered an investment. Investors must know whether their risk is going into a trade and have an idea of an exit point ahead of time. Use stop losses and profit targets for your entry and exit points. For investors, finding a stock to buy and sell can be a fun and rewarding activity. It can also be quite lucrative, provided you end up buying stock that actually increases in price. But when are you supposed to actually go in and buy shares? You need to know when to buy and sell the stocks so that you have a good chance of making money from those stocks. For now, we will discuss the best times to buy and sell stocks. We have some awesome content for you today, but make sure you're subscribed to our channel for more in the future. And don't forget to click that bell icon to be the first to know when our new videos go up. Let's begin with the best times to buy and sell stocks. Spectators and investors sometimes do not know when to sell a stock. Many sell their stocks before they peak. Others hold on to them in the hopes of a recovery. This begs the question, how do you determine when to sell? When investors begin to believe the investment will begin losing value, they tend to take the profit they know they have rather than a loss. Although this may seem counterintuitive, it falls in line with speculatory behavior and is how some make stock market decisions. While this appears to be a smart way of keeping your portfolio value up, the stock market tends to rebound, which can continue a stock's winning trend. There are a few times you can take to help you determine whether a stock should be sold or not. Sometimes you can use things such as fundamental analysis, target prices, trading volume, and watching for reduced dividends. Whichever method you use, it pays to have a stock exit strategy. Number 1. Lower trading volume. If a stock is suddenly trading at a lower volume than before, it might be an indication of something happening. Stock liquidity is important for investors that wish to sell their non-performing stocks. If you cannot sell your stock because there are no buyers, you'll have to hold onto it regardless of the swing it takes, and hope the company can make it through if their stocks dive. Number 2. Media hype. If a stock you own becomes the focus of a media attention and receives a lot of investment noise, it may be time to look at taking a profit. These types of stock fading frenzies attract inexperienced investors known as speculators, the result of which a stock price increases. This can cause a stock to collapse when prices become too high to be attractive. The hype dies, prices fall, and you're left with a negative return on your investment. Number 3. Growth stocks stop growing. Growth stocks are supposed to grow. When they stop growing or growth begins to slow, it might be the best time to sell. Investors do not look kindly upon growth stocks that fail to maintain their growth. So before it falls, do some serious decision making and get revenue before any loss happens. Number 4. If dividends are eliminated or reduced. When companies start cutting or eliminating dividends, it's time to take a serious look into the company's internal workings. As an investor, you should be monitoring the monthly and quarterly performance of the companies that issue your stocks. A company's dividend cut is a serious event, and it might signal financial issues or changes that investors should pay close attention to. Companies are not required to pay dividends, so a dividend reduction doesn't always signify a financial problem. They could be reinvesting in the company, redirecting funds into retained earnings, or using expected dividend money for research or development. Dividend cuts are not always negative. However, if you are only in it for the dividend income, it might be the best time to sell the stock. Target prices. Many investors set a floor on a stock's price so that if it falls below a certain level, they sell to maintain a profit. You can also set up an upper limit that triggers your sale. Your rationale here might be that you fear the stock will have a difficult time supporting a market price above a certain level, and that a hint of bad news might send the price into a nosedive. Some investors simply say, I want to make X amount of return. When I hit that, I'm going to sell and move on to another opportunity. This mindset can allow investors to make a non-emotional stock trading decision that could reward them with higher profits over time by preventing panic selling. So be careful while selling the stock. I hope you guys are enjoying what you're watching. Make sure you are subscribed to Diamond Finance Club so that you have more access to videos like this in the future. And don't forget to click that bell icon to be the first to know when our new videos go up. Enjoy the rest. Best times to sell stock. The general trader consensus on the best time to sell a US stock is probably just before the last hour of the NYSE's trading session from about 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Time. The rationale for selling during this time frame is that most stocks have been actively trading all day. They may have reached their highest level and may therefore be set to decline into the close. By the end of the trading day, the most relevant news or any given stock has already been released. This means whatever impact the day's news would have on the stock price has already been reflected in the market, so you will not see any major shocks to the price. Another key factor supporting selling stocks into the closing hour is that the last hour of a trading day is when day traders will need to close out all outstanding positions to avoid carrying trades overnight. Stocks that have performed well during the session could therefore begin to decline towards the market close as a result of day traders taking profits. As if you are concerned with the best day, Friday would typically be the best day of the week to sell a stock, especially if Friday under consideration begins a longer than usual 3-day weekend. Stock markets tend to rally on Friday due to short covering by traders to avoid paying interest on a short-term position over the weekend, as well as any optimism traders might have for market-positive news during the weekend. So, what about the best day of the month to sell a stock? The best day of the month to sell stock would probably be one of the days leading to the last trading day of the month. The week leading up to the end of the month is often used by portfolio managers to dress up their portfolios by buying more of the stocks in their portfolios that have performed well. This tends to drive the prices of those well-performing stocks even higher near the month end. Dressing up or improving the returns on a portfolio by marking upward trending stocks to market at the end of the month may only provide the portfolio manager with a paper gain. If you actually do sell your stock at a higher price seen near month end, however, you'll have realized your profit on that position. Best times to buy stock. According to some seasoned stock operators, the best time of day to buy stocks for which positive news has been released over the weekend or overnight is shortly after the opening bell. The market should rise the most during the first 2 hours of the trading day after opening, which is from 9:30 a.m. until 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time for the NYSE. The reasoning behind this is the idea that if a stock is set to rally due to good news that is released while the market has closed, the best prices for the stock would generally be right after the opening bell, before the market has fully discounted that information. If you are concerned with the best day, it would be Monday. Monday would probably be the best day of the week to buy stock, according to a market theory called the Monday or weekend effect. The Monday effect says that the market will continue gaining on Monday if the market was up on Friday. The Monday effect has largely disappeared over the last decade, however, so many traders now expect stocks to decline overall on Mondays, especially if negative relevant news was released the previous weekend. This would make Monday purchases make even more sense, since you may have a better chance of getting in at a good price. Although you'll probably want to wait until the expected Monday decline has happened first to time your entry point. Due to the monthly adjustments to stock portfolios by mutual and hedge funds during the beginning of the month, the best time of the month to buy stock would be around the middle of the month, around the 10th or 15th. Stock prices tend to decline during the middle of the month, which would create a buying opportunity. Specific dates for stocks could also present buying opportunities. So these were our best times to buy and sell stocks. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe so you can join the Finex Club squad and be a part of our channel.